solar car? Yep. Alright, cool. A pristine solar car. Fancy. Storage battery's only at 2%. That enough to get it to move forward a few spaces to get it out into the sun? A foon. Instead of a spork, we had a foon. Watch, they're gonna have a golf cart on the top floor. A character sheet. Somebody's got their Dungeons and Dragons characters here. This is a rogue. We have a rogue character sheet for Dungeons and Dragons, 6th edition. 2 of them. Rotten pork sticks. Give me some pistachios. I'll take the milk bowl. Don't need none of that. Just offices. Motorcycle. That's not a good sound. Well, unfortunately, neither of the car showrooms are appropriate for my needs. They had 1 car in this car showroom. That's some nasty stuff over there. Yeah, it did use the singular version, and that is true. Well, yeah, I am disappointed. We'll mark that one off. Only other one I know about. No, I don't want to see that. Yeah, there were the 2 there, and then 1 down in Moortown. And apparently in Plymouth. Oh, showroom versus dealership. Got it. Yeah, I had 2 car dealerships. Not quite directly adjacent. And it's also got 2 garages nearby. We might have to pay attention to that. How far is that? Straight down Plymouth. Be up and over to Westmore. That'd be a bit of a stretch to get all the way over there. I mean, it's not too bad, just right along like that and then across the bridge. I think that would be my next place to try to check. Across to Moortown. Check that one there. Across the bridge. Brig, park out here. I'm not sure where I would park. I might have to actually travel through this damn place, because that's a long way to try to go through town. Well, we'll see. We got one more spot to check. We got the garage to look at still, and I passed the pawn shop. We'll have to check the pawn shop on our way out. Yeah, we haven't come across a full airfield, only the private one. There weren't any at the private airfield. Car dealerships, airfield, mall, which we also haven't seen. Yeah, there's a necromancer. And then, of course, house garages, which are harder for me to find at night. Oh my goodness. Welding tank, acetylene torch, welding goggles, welding mask. Not what I need. I need the other thing. No, I don't want acetylene. Look at all this welding gear. Good lord. Everything except for what I was hoping for. Alright. Also a bust. Dogs on my scent trail. Dogs on my scent trail. If I fight them now, I'm gonna get the attention of those other things. Oh crap, Screecher. And I'm dazed. Damn it. Now I got a hunter on me as well. Stop running. Alright, time to deal with this hunter. Oh boy. Naturally, Shriekling. Ah, Slivering Biter. God damn, here we go with one of those situations where it just escalates and escalates. No, I'm gonna fall off that thing if I try to go down that other pipe. I'm way over encumbered for this. Man, I don't want to fight a Slavering Biter right now. This could get really bad. Well, I'm down to 2 bars of stamina. Running is getting to be a seriously dangerous option. I can't go back in the window because I had like 3 things chasing me. I'm not going to be able to get away from this thing. Maybe I could get over the chain link fence, assuming there's not a horde waiting for me in the basketball court. Well, I have a gun, but as always it takes time to get it out, which would take me quite a bit of time. I mean, I can win the fight against the Slavering Biter. I'm not worried about dying to the biter. It's the bleeds that are going to occur, and the general pain that's going to occur. And by the time I'm done fighting him, I might have those guys that were chasing me on me. And a gun, as always, in a city environment is questionably useful. Some bitch got a grab on me. Then I failed to break the grab twice so far. Damn, things are all over the place. Ah, he's still coming. Erg. Oh, and here comes the predator. Now I'm in big trouble. Now it's gotten ugly. Oh boy. This is exactly what I was trying to avoid. Not good. I got multiple things faster than me, 2 bars of stamina, a huge crowd of enemies that are about to descend on me if I get held in place for any amount of time, bleeding from 3 body parts. I can use the fence maybe one more time. The Predator's not going to be dissuaded by a fence. He's going to go right over it. It's the dog pile effect that's the problem here. The bleeding is not anything I'm worried about currently. I was okay right up until the Predator showed up. I think I'm going to do a fighting walk to the southeast. Try to keep the slavering biter behind the fence if I can. I'm going to just pray he doesn't come through that fence too quickly. Predator's going to leap and get adjacent to me. I'll take the occasional swing at something, but I need to get out into the clear away from so many of these other things in that park. So, I'm going to be willing to take a few hits here and hope. Yeah, there's... Now we've got the serious stuff coming in. So, that's a lot of bleeding on the torso now. We took the big spike hit from the Predator and got impaled. And we're knocked down. Anything wounded. Troglodytes wounded, but I could care less about the Sprog. Yeah, we might die right here. Very possible. Damn Predator. Always these Predators. Bane of my existence. Speed is dropping rapidly because of all the pain that we're going to start ratcheting up. Flavoring biters on the way still. I think the child zombies are following my scent trail. Yeah, the only change when you have skates and rollerblades and stuff is that your move speed drops. The amount that it costs you to move a space drops as long as you're on flat terrain. But it goes way up if you're on uneven terrain like grass and ground like that. And if you get hit while you're on them, you get knocked down very easily. So there are negatives to having them. You gotta be very careful where you maneuver, and you've got to avoid melee combat, melee contact. I have lots of videos and challenges where I roll around on various skates and have a good time. This is looking bad. This is looking very bad. If I try to go to the gun, it's gonna be bad because I have to drop the staff. Get the gun off my strap, then start shooting. I'm still going to be out of stamina, and there's going to be a horde of things coming at me at speed because of the noise I make. How did things get so bad so quick? Just circumstance. Always just random circumstance, usually. Just bad timing on a Predator showing up. Everything else I could have handled no problem, but the Predator is just going to make things horrendous. So, you know, same-o, same-o. So I didn't go up the drain pipe because I am massively over encumbered, and chances were really, really high that I would not successfully make it up the drain pipe, and I most certainly would not make it down the other drain pipe. Most likely. I would have just fallen off at either one or both ends of that arrangement. So that's why I didn't try it. With compromised stats and being severely over encumbered in many ways, it's just the math is really bad on my attempt to go up that thing. Well, the options I see are try to kill the predator in place, hope that I can minimize the damage from the other two that are currently on me. If I can get some lucky swings and get the predator down in a couple of hits before he impales me again, we might be able to back off a little further. I don't know. I'm running the various numbers and options through my head. I maintain that the gun is not likely to save me in this situation. The chances I'm going to get shots off are pretty low with so many things that are fast adjacent to me. Every time I try to aim, I'm going to get tagged and it's going to reset my aim. If I try to hip fire in the condition I'm in and the skills I'm in, I have a chance to hit, but it's fairly low. And the noise will then instantly attract the 40 zombies that are within the local area. By the time I finish a few of these, I'll just keep getting swarmed under. I'm not certain I can survive what's already attracted to me, so... It really comes down to whether or not I can even survive the next round. I gotta stand up, so we're knocked down currently. But we are downed, so I gotta at least stand up. We are up. We are not grabbed, so I have the option to maneuver, but with the low stamina, standing in the middle of the street, I'm not going to get away from these things. They're all three as fast as me, if not faster now. Yeah, I think I'm going to try to take down the Predator. So, for people not familiar with this, with the game or with the mechanics and the situation here, there's several issues. Issue 1, my stamina is low. That's that heavy breathing you hear is a warning that my stamina is very low. And the lower it gets, the more it costs me to do anything. Walk a space, swing my weapon, and so on. And that's not good. Secondly, my speed is dropping. This is the number of action points that I get to spend each round. So I'm getting hit from both ends of the process, and it turns into a really quickly escalating spiral of death. When you hit certain situations, this is the start of the death spiral, because as my stamina continues to drop, everything gets more expensive, and I have less points to spend on those more expensive things. So the zombies essentially are going to speed up the worse these two numbers get. As this drops and that drops, it'll look like the zombies just speed up. They get more and more attacks for every single thing that I try to do. So that's the issue right here. I don't have enough stamina for me to run and get away from these things. They're faster than I am. They're going to stay with me the entire time I'm moving and get a lot of hits in on me while I'm trying to do it. So I have to make a decision to either fight it out right here or see if there's any kind of safety I can reach, and I just don't see anything I can use that's going to be reachable given the geometry we've got currently. Get in a car. The problem is, I open car door, I get hit, I get hit. I try to step into the first space of the car. It takes me so many action points, I'm going to get hit twice by each enemy. Then I have to step into the car again to get into the driver's seat, which is going to allow one of these guys to step in behind me, so I won't be able to close the door behind me. So then I'll be getting hit again. So There's absolutely no way I can actually get into a car and close the door without them being with me. I just don't have the speed or the action points anymore. That's no longer an option. The only thing it might accomplish is to only have one guy hit me at a time instead of multiple guys. But still, I even have to get to the car, which I don't think I could do without being crippled by the time I get there. So these guys are going to hit me a lot as we're traveling, and I'm going to get slower and slower and slower the entire time. So that's why you have to make the decision to fight or flight way earlier than I think a lot of new players do. You got to recognize that you're about to hit a very bad situation in a spiral. Don't run yourself down to 0 stamina, then decide, oh, okay, I didn't make it, now I need to fight, because you're just done at that point. If you're winded and you have no stamina, you're just toast. So you got to decide way, way earlier whether or not you're going to make it to your safe position. And if you don't think you're going to make it, don't bother even trying. Stand and fight. You got a much better chance of staying alive if you just stay in place and fight while you still have some stamina and some speed in you. So I'm leaning towards just smacking the Predator, just hitting the Predator with the staff. I'll get some blocks in, hopefully, with the high blocking of the staff. And we've got some hit points to play with still. It's the pain escalating and my speed dropping and my stamina dropping. That's the danger. Long term, these are not my problems. It's all of this that's going to be coming down towards me, because we've got a slavering biter that's going to come through and add in, and we've got at least a few of the children zombies going to be coming down. So I tried to get enough space so that I hopefully didn't attract those guys with my scent cloud, but I think the noise might be bringing them down with the guy hitting the fence and is drawing these guys down to investigate the noise. Then they're hitting my scent cloud and they're following. So I think I'm about to get dogpiled by about 10 children and the slavering biter. So even if I successfully kill all 3 of these, it's going to take me a bunch of swings and it's going to deplete my stamina even further. And then I have to deal with the next group and the next group, and I'm going to get slower and slower. So the spiral has already started. We're probably a quarter of the way into the death spiral, and I'm not sure there's any way I'm going to get out of it in the current circumstances. So we do have the Gorman option. I can execute a Gorman maneuver. That's about it. Nothing else I've got's really going to do much. None of this stuff is going to have any real effect, and it takes time to do them all, so that's time I'd be getting hit. Even trying to slip off the backpack at this point is probably not worth the effort. What I gain in ability to maneuver and lowered encumbrance, I'm going to lose in pain and damage from all the hits I take just trying to get it off. So I don't think I'd gain. The net effect would be a loss, I believe, if I tried to slip my backpack off at this point. So there's a ton of math, ton of tactical considerations and estimations and assumptions and so on. Would I survive a grenade? Absolutely not. Survival is not the point. when you're performing a Gorman maneuver, that's not the point. Take the bastards with you. That's the point. You don't know what I'm talking about, go watch the movie Aliens. That's where my term, the Gorman, comes from. Good old Lieutenant Gorman. Yeah, even if I had survived the grenade, which is doubtful, the noise and the damage to me would render me movement and combat non-effective anyway. Alright, we're just going to start swinging. I see no alternatives. So we're going to just pray that I can take at least the Predator down and then start trying to walk away. The Predator is the danger still. The other 2 I can take hits from for a while and still gain distance and hope there's nothing out here. I gotta get rid of the Predator, though. I cannot let him just trail along behind me, stabbing me constantly. So here we go. We'll go in close, and I'm just going to try to swing at the Predator, and we're going to just pray that I get a couple of good thwacks on him and drop him as quick as possible. If I whiff a bunch, we're just done. We got a good hit for 28, sweep the zombie Predator. So as you can see, we got a fair amount of his hit point bar. I need another couple of criticals, though, to drop him fast enough. But we didn't take any other hits, so what did we get here? So we swept him, we blocked with our quarterstaff, that's what I need. We got hit, but our armor protected us. So the low-level guys can't get through my armor all that much. The Predator is the danger. Predator and that Slavering Biter. The rest of them are just going to irritate me and slow me down. Alright, another swing at the Predator. We got a crit for 34, but he returned the favor. Oh, actually, the zombie runner got me. So we got another good crit in, but like I said, here comes the crowd. Oh, man. We blocked again. We got bit, but didn't take a ton of damage, so I'm okay with that. Even if these little guys hit me, the penetration amount is minor, so we only take a few hit points of damage. And the Predator is one more hit away. If I can get even a standard hit, the Predator goes down. So we're down now to a... We lost a bit more stamina. Please go away, Predator. Oh, no! He didn't die! Damn it. We got a normal hit for not quite enough. I haven't seen the Slavering Biter show up yet. Alright. The major problem is gone. Now, I might go back into walking mode. Just try to get a little more distance. I could probably kill the Sprog next to me, no problem. I could kill the runner. It's the reappearance of the Slavering right now that I worry about. He could still do me some damage. Yeah, quarterstaff is really good if you're using it correctly. Now realize I'm using it with a martial art that is acceptable with. So standard quarterstaff without the martial art, it's going to be different. It's not going to be as effective, but it's got really good stats. So bash of 26 with a +3 to hit, which is really good. Anything +3 is a really good weapon to use, especially against small, fast, or dodgy enemies like these guys. You want the highest to hit bonus weapon you've got. Moves per attack is a little slow, 136. It takes a lot of action points to use it. But it does have also Rapid Strike, which only uses half of the actions. And then Sweep Attack, down somebody for 2 turns, and the high blocking ability with the parry. I'm getting a lot of use out of that high blocking ability. So, it's valuable. So, we're back to the decision point. Now I have to... The equation has changed significantly now. If I keep fighting, I'm gonna win myself. I'm gonna go to 0 stamina, and I'll be at the mercy of all the enemies, and they will chew through me. Especially when the Slavering Biter gets here. So, do I try to walk away from these guys and take their occasional nibbles? And run the risk of additional enemies showing up? It'd be nice if I could at least get out of the street and get my back to a wall or something so it minimizes the number of enemies. I think I'm going to step to the left, step to the east a few, just get a little bit more range. Yeah. Oh, great. Now more stuff is adding in from the other direction. Oh, yeah, we're still not going to be... We're not going to survive this, I don't think. It's going to be death by stamina loss, so... I just don't have enough swings in me to kill these without going to 0 stamina. Plus, I'm going to get grabbed by something, and that's going to severely lower my speed, which will also cause the cascade to increase. Nah, the car is still... I mean, to get to it, I'd have to completely tap out my stamina. So I'd get there, and then what? I'm in the car, but I'm still surrounded by zombies who are going to boil in after me. There's no way I can get a door closed. I'm way too slow right now, even for the standard zombies. Good times. This is the stuff I really enjoy playing the game for, though. These kinds of near-death, every little decision makes a difference. Takes me an hour to get through 5 minutes of gameplay type stuff. This is what I enjoy the most about Cataclysm. Especially when I survive them, of course. It's more fun when I survive them, but I don't mind dying to them either, as long as I have a good time figuring it out and going through it. Wait a minute, are you tipping the slavering? Who are you tipping there? I see where your loyalties lie. Let's see. Plus my stats keep coming down, the pain keeps increasing with every little nibble, so it's a nasty spiral once you get into the chute and you start heading down that slide. I think I could easily kill half of these things if I didn't miss the kids too much. The problem with the kids is they're small and dodgy, and I'd whiff quite a few times. So every time I whiff, it's wasted stamina. They'd keep me busy while the slavering biter and the tough zombie started working on me. Ugh, I so want to move, but I just know I can't go to 0 stamina. It won't really improve my situation. And I'm likely to move into more zombies. That's the other danger with moving through a city like I'm doing, is without completely clearing a path behind you, you don't have a clear escape route. Any direction I go could be more zombies. So you got to figure that into your equation as well. With the Predator gone, I do have a very small opportunity to get the gun out. I could weather a few more hits from these two. By the time I got it out, I'd probably be just about completely surrounded, and then the grabs would start, if they don't start earlier. The grab is the next big thing that's going to shut me down, because it's going to drop my speed by like 20? Something like that. I forget the exact number, or if it differs based on who grabs you. But it's gonna make it basically so the zombies are double speed. The last option I see is to run to the west and try to use the chain link again, but I just don't think I have the stamina to pull it off. Could try to get into the house, but I left a train of zombies heading into that house earlier. How much benefit do I gain if I try to sprint at least to the side of the house so I have something against my back? I'm going to relocate slightly. We're going to go ahead and go to run mode, which I really don't want to do. But before I get grabbed... Yeah. It's so much worse than it seems. It's so much worse. Alright, we're pretty much going to die in place. Every direction is more and more zombies. Oh, so bad. I don't think I have enough stamina to get to the drain pipe on the backside of that house either. I'm not worried about the smoke cloud because we've got our gas mask on, but that additional hunter is going to be a big problem. I dread doing this. Zeroing out my stamina and just basically getting nibbled apart by the little guys. And here comes the Screecher to keep the dazes on me. And we're down to 1 bar of stamina. Let's see. This is about time for the last hoorah right here. That's just way more zombies than I can deal with without just going totally zeroed stamina. Not to mention the non-stop bleeds and the pain. Can I get to the house window? I think I'd get chewed up pretty good by the time I got into the window there. There'd be no real way out. But I might be able to put my back into that wall there and then fight them one at a time. But I'd be pretty much 0 stamina when I got there. Let's try it. I don't see this as survivable out here, so we might as well give it a go. Probably what'll happen is one of these guys will jump in front of me through the window. And, oh crap, is this going to be a solid wall? This is going to be a wall that I can't see. I won't have a corner I can stick my back into. Oh well, we're committed at this point. And a Kevlar zombie has joined in. Yeah, we made it in the building. We got no stamina. They're all going to start pouring in here pretty quick. I think we make our last stand here in the bathtub. Yeah, the problem is I'd have to drop my staff, wield the grenade, activate the grenade, throw the grenade, get out of the range of the grenade. There's a lot of actions that have to occur, and the entire time I would have been getting grabbed and mauled and so on. So, I think we're going to die in the bathtub. So, this is as good a place as any. Running any further is not going to really help. They'll start pushing through and surrounding me, so I might step there just to get walls on 3 sides. That limits how many can get to me at once. I think that would be a better position for me. So, let's do that. And then we're just going to start swinging at things until we die. There's not really anything else I can do. Although, let's actually do this. Let's load up on Tramadol. What was the good stuff? Oxy was the good stuff. Joy 18. Oh, well, morphine's the good stuff, but I don't think it'll let me take a morphine, will it? Oh, it did. Cool. Yes, I know. I know. Wow, I'm just going to dive trying to take morphine? Apparently, taking morphine takes a lot of time. I didn't notice it was 5 minutes. I guess I should have looked a little closer. We weren't going to survive it anyway. It was a moot point. We didn't get to do the Gorman maneuver. We were dead anyway. There's absolutely no way we were going to survive that situation, so I didn't really care which way we went out. Had I thought there was even a tiny smidgen of a chance, I would have paid more attention. But well, there we go. We did not quite complete the challenge. We had a little bit of fun with some of the golf stuff, but we didn't find the golf cart, and we didn't find a golf club. So, boom. Boom goes the dynamite. Down we went. 0010 for stats, huh? Why does it take 5 minutes to take morphine? What is it about morphine that takes 5 frickin' minutes to use morphine? Yeah. Nobody could get through that army helmet survivor hood. I told you, it's a good combo. Army helmet survivor hood. Very rarely any damage gets through there. So your head's pretty protected. The torso is not nearly as much. So all we had on was really the survivor suit, which was not nearly high enough. Even with the flame resistant gear, it still wouldn't have been high enough. We still would have taken too much damage. I know it needs to inject, but it still seems like I don't know. I mean, come on. there are quicker ways of doing it than that whole process. when you're really needing it. But I guess it wasn't a combat patch or anything like that. So whatever. Don't really care. Wear a sappy vest? Yeah. Those silly things. Sure, if you take the plates out, then they're a good deal. Other than that, they're a bunch of junk. Hate a sappy vest. Those things are silly. Watch the last moments of your life? No, I don't think I will, thanks. I think we're done. That's a lot of sound information, though. So what actually killed us? Was it the slavering biter? Slammed against a brick wall. Knocked to the floor. Biter grabs you. Limb breaks. I'm not sure exactly what killed us. My log goes from top down, so the new stuff's at the top. But yeah, I don't know exactly which thing actually got us. But that's the breaks. That's what happens when you go into a city and it's high-level evolution and you get some of these fun zombies. You just get a bad circumstance, bad timing. I'm not sure what I would have done differently in that setup. The slavering biter added into the other stuff, and then I tried to backtrack over the fence, and we got additions, and then we tried to go out in the street, and we got additions, and we tried to get back again, and we got additions, and like, oh well. Can't do much about that once we've depleted our stamina. Not letting your stamina drop to that level is pretty much the solution. Just being super cautious with your stamina and not getting down to that 2 bars. Probably the Kevlar got me. I would assume. He's the one that's going to hit the hardest. Him and the Slave Ring Biter were the ones that had the best chances of penetrating damage. The other ones weren't going to be able to do much. Yeah, we did get some stamina back while I sat there and waited while they gnawed me to death. It could have been the slam against the wall. Who knows? Not that important, I guess. No, let's not watch the last moments of my life. In memory of Happy Killmore III. 64 days survived. No. What? 64 days? Oh, that's right. I did say start the Cataclysm on 20, then delay 40. So yeah, it was 64 days according to the weird way they do this. I still don't understand why they don't say you survived from the time you actually entered the world until you died. Why is it based on when the Cataclysm started? That doesn't make any sense. So shouldn't count that that time delay that you put in so you have extra evolution. But whatever. That's the way it's working. That was a basketball court, and yes, they're normally that crowded. Not always, depending on if something just distracted the zombies out of there, but anything that's park-related, so basketball courts and actual parks with trees and stuff and so on, are really crowded. So all of those things got a whole bunch. Hey there, Murder Phoenixes! Welcome to the RIP screen. We got ripped. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, must have been, I don't know. I can't tell from that. The limb breaking, I guess, was my torso limb. My torso limb broke. Oh my. We disabled achievements. I am so sad. 367 monsters killed. Squares moved and walked. 1,800 ran, 400 crouched, probably 390 of that was accidental. Damage taken, damage healed, headshots. 0 trees cut down, oh. 1 broken bone. 47 skill levels. Yeah, I don't remember there being anything too exciting on this list. Some of the newer ones, Batwing Zombie, Bilious Soldier Zombie, Blood Sacrifice. That's probably the most interesting one, is the Blood Sacrifice. I don't think too many people have seen the Blood Sacrifice. Yeah, 4 kilograms of bacon consumed. I'm trying to figure out how I ate that much bacon and it didn't trash my health stat. Did they change bacon? Does it no longer have the negative health value attached to it? Because I was eating 80% bacon for the last, at least week. We went through about 60 to 70 meals of bacon. So yeah, Dementia, the Blood Sacrifice, those were fun. We got a gigantic naked mole rat. Got a worm. Always fun to kill those. Shadows, we killed a bunch of shadows. Of course, they just kept respawning. Four predators. Yay! I killed more of them than they killed of me. That means I win, right? 1 snapper. I don't remember the snapper. Yeah, the shadows were infinitely respawning, so I mean, I could have made that number whatever I wanted to make it. As long as I had ammo for them or kept swinging at them. The Wraith kept summoning more and more and more, and I couldn't quite get to the Wraith without going in the house, which I wasn't going to do. But yeah, we saw some fun stuff. We got to see some interesting places we haven't seen much before. I'm okay with that. It was getting to the point where it was going to boil down to just lots of driving, so I'm perfectly fine with where we got killed. After that, since we had the Humvee and all the high-end weaponry and so on, it was down to just reading books and driving around the countryside looking for a golf cart. So. You don't use guns in the city because you don't like attention? It's exactly right. If you use a gun in the city, great, you killed one zombie. Congratulations, now deal with the other 400 that you've attracted to your location. I just find that guns tend to be more dangerous than they're worth in my game world settings. I don't know what game world settings you're playing with, but in my game world settings, firing a gun in that kind of a situation kills one and gathers 20. Kill one more, gather another 20. I mean, it's just, it's not a good equation. If I only had one thing to worry about in that circumstance and I was fearing one enemy, sure, maybe I'd use the gun and then be able to get away. But with no stamina, firing the gun meant I was ringing the dinner bell and not able to run away. I couldn't move out of the place that I made the noise. So it was just going to make things worse. Just depends on the circumstances. There are places and times where the gun is useful, and I will definitely get it out and use it. That was not one of them. It would not have helped me. There's absolutely no way I would have survived that by trying to go for the gun. I would have taken a huge amount of hits and damage and spiraling negative stats just to get the gun in my hands, because it's strapped over my shoulder and it's going to take like 300 or 400 action points, of which I had like 80 at the time. So it would have been like 5 rounds of the zombies hitting me and other zombies closing in on me before I even had the thing in my hands. Then every time I tried to fire it, it would be try to aim, get hit, try to aim, get hit. And it would keep resetting my aiming every single time. It's just a bad, it was not going to do anything. It would have been a terrible call to try to go to the gun in that circumstance. Cities are awful. Cities are fun. Cities are good times. You got to go to cities to have fun. How do you have fun without going to the cities? Dodging around zombies and doing all the fun stuff. Yeah, there's a ton to the mechanics that, unless you're really, really familiar with what's going on, when I get worried, I know a lot of newer players don't really understand why I'm worried. I know exactly when I'm starting to get in real big trouble, and a lot of times it's non-obvious what's going on and why I know that I'm in trouble, and I try to explain it, but it takes quite a bit of knowledge of the mechanics and the behavior of the zombies and how the detection systems work and the noise system and the action point system and the encumbrance system and the stamina system. There's just a huge amount of stuff that I'm balancing and I'm weighing in my head when I make decisions in those situations. Sometimes I win and I come out and I get a miracle save. Sometimes I die and it's all sad, and I'm perfectly fine with it. I don't mind dying at all in Cataclysm, so that means that I put myself into a dangerous situation and just couldn't quite get out of it again. But you can't have miracle wins without putting yourself in some pretty serious stuff, so. Okay, I guess we're done. You're forgotten among billions. Yes, I am.